to know no matter where you are, he's a God of resurrection. So no matter how you hit, devil, you're going to have to deal with us coming back again. I feel like preaching in here. Give somebody a high five and say, I know he's alive because he lives in me. He's alive omnipresently because the Bible declared, lo, I am with you always, even to the end of this age. I will have to then agree and assume that when I was going through my darkest period in life, he was with me. I have to assume that when the enemy rose up to strike me down, he was with me. And I understand that no matter where I am, things could be worse. And the reason they're not worse is because he will allow no more than you're able to bear. So if you're in a situation, you already have the victory over the situation because he is in control of the situation, and all he's trying to do is bring you to an awareness that you are not by yourself. God never alone. He promised never to leave me alone. And I want to rejoice because somebody in here is getting to know him through what you're facing. I heard him say, if I got 2 or 3 gathered in my name, then I'm right up in the midst. If I can get 2 people to touch and agree on anything, I will work it out. If I can get somebody to just speak my words with the authority that I have given, the victory shall come to pass. I feel like lifting him up. I just don't want to have a mere introduction. I just don't want to have a casual conversation. I didn't come to church to have an occasional association. I don't want a once in a while visitation without a real relationship. I just don't want to be around where I can't get intimate with him because I'm finding out now that surface ain't gonna cut it. I'm finding out now that I can't act it anymore. I wish I could preach. I'm finding out now I can't sound saved now and look saved now because things have been stripped. I want to get to know him because I'm stripped of all the fluff. I want to get to know him because hypocrisy can't get you nowhere. I can't get nowhere faking the funk because he stripped so much that I got to be real with it now. I wish I could preach. I got to get to know him because I'm really broke now. I got to get to know him because I'm really sick now. You understand what I'm saying? I got to get to know him because the folk are walking out on me now. That my friends are blocking me now. So I got to get to know him because I ain't got no car now and I don't have no house now and I can't boast about anything now. I got to get to know him because I sense my mortality and I'm trying to fix myself for the transition. I can't fake my way into the next level. I got to know my way into the next level. I got to get to I feel like preaching here. I feel the Holy Ghost. I got a little more to do. He's got to get me away. As like Paul from the concepts and my own mental pictures. I can no longer go simply because of my personal opinions, and I can't simply go by what pastors and ecclesiastical controls have to say. I can't operate in denomination anymore and let the denomination declare whether I'm good or bad. No, it's too deep for that now. We've come too far for that. It ain't about what I have anymore. It's not about the cars or the house, because that's coming and going. And it's now I need something that's going to be with me forever. I need now to get somebody that's not going to turn coat and back up when they see something's wrong and run when they see weakness. I need to get to know him so I can love you. I got to get to know him so I can help you. I got to get to know him so I can overcome you. I got to get to know him so I can win from within when nobody else will help. He declares no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I feel a little church coming on. I feel like lifting him up. Can I get somebody to just touch your neighbor and say, oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. To get to know him has got to be a passion now that is totally uncontrollable. To get to know him has to be such a power, because in him are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. And the Greek word for hide here is the joy for continual discovery. Can I preach like I feel it? Jesus is the only one I know who has enough that when you discover him today, you discover him tomorrow, you discover him the next day, and he still keeps your interest. Can I preach like I feel it? He'll set up Jehovah Jireh. He'll set up Jehovah Nisi. He'll set up Jehovah Makadish. He'll set up Jehovah, Sikkenu. He'll set up Jehovah Roa, Jehovah Rofika. And all through your life, from one meeting to the next meeting, I'm trying to get to the inner part of God, to the place where victory is mine, even though I struggle. Can I preach like I feel it? To get to know him to the point that even though you're crying, you're still focused. To get to know him to the point that no matter who brings up your past don't work no more. You can't control me by what I used to be, because this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. I feel a press coming on. Shake somebody's hand and say, neighbor, I've never had to press like I gotta press now. The devil must have noticed that there's something greater getting ready to take place. So he's after every one of us with an intensity, because he's trying to break you down. But I got news, devil. Every time you hit me, I try to know him better. Every time you look my way, I try to get closer to the power, closer. Can I preach like I feel it? Give somebody a high five and say, neighbor, life has taught me I got to get to know Jesus. Life has taught me that when folk let you down, when folk walk away, you gotta have somebody that knows how to soothe your spirit. You got to have somebody that can tell you, weeping may endure for a night, but I'm here with you. Can I preach like